Hello, I'm here. I'm just making sure everything's- oh fuck, Discord. I forgot I have to send it on Discord. There's too many things. When I can't even find the right channel in my own Discord. Promo at jar. And then the Twitch link. Womp. Okay. So, I guess we'll switch over to this just to make sure that's working too. Once again, I have messed with my Streamlabs settings. Which is always... Every time I'm going to stream, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stream. But I'm gonna fix this one thing first. And then I open it, and I try to fix one thing, and I break everything. And then I do it again 2 weeks later when I stream again. But this is what we're working on. Another video commission for a friend. I'm still trying to get the vibe down and messing with some new effects and whatnot. This is actually... I'm messing with the camera... What is it? Camera lens blur. I saw a tutorial on YouTube on how to use it to do this kind of watercolory look. And I thought it'd be neat. Hey, Potato, what's up? Yeah, the way this effect works is it's using the blur mat, which I'm making. And then animating off. Well, fractal noise is being used to generate the blur map. Yeah, it's a cool effect. I never really, usually when I do blurs, I just use the Gaussian blur or the old fast blur. The camera lens blur, it has all of these other tools though, like yeah, you have just a blur map level. It is way more intensive though. Like, playing this back on full, even my computer is not happy with it. But yeah, I'm trying to get the right vibe down. I don't want it to be too similar to the other ones that I've done. They're all kind of... This artist that I'm doing these for, they're all kind of like these dark, sadder songs. And I tend to go with that kind of black and white and grainy vibe because it works, which like I'm doing that on this as well. But I'm trying to incorporate more of like the flares and the lights in the back So I get a little bit more detail on that. And then, yeah, adding this kind of blurs. Hey! What's up? I'm doing alright. I gotta get commissions done that I've been putting off. Miko says hi. Like here? I might, what I want to do today is at least do the ending and the intro, kind of get that vibe locked in. Which is like the easier part, considering the rest is rap, mainly. But once I get kind of like the backgrounds and the transitions figured out in that way, the rest kind of just falls into place for me. So I'm thinking about doing... like, these aren't super intensive videos. They're kind of like an in-between. Like, they look cool, but there's not a ton of motion going on. So I'll probably do 4 shots at the end. Like, because there's 2 singers. So I'll do a shot like this, and then a close-up, and then a shot like that with the other singer. But how are y'all? Here we'll fade out to the end. Ooh, yes, it's work time. What are you working on? More transitions, Trent? Good. All the transitions you do are super cute. I got some rigging thingy. What rigging thingy did you get? Like a script? Okay, so... Oh, I see. That's awesome. And yeah, Potato does like super cute Twitch. Well, from what I've seen, a lot of like Twitch stream stuff. So we'd have one like this. And this type is kind of just on there as a design element right now. But we would have... Yeah, show your work. Share your work with the world, Potato. Oh yeah, I did this kind of blue blobby thing here. So what I would do is I'd duplicate this. I would duplicate that. Let's bring this over. Let's do one where it's zoomed in more. And I might do this with the... And then, see, this blur mat is cool because I think I could also use this as a alpha mat for this. Or a luma mat, that's what I mean. Invert luma mat. That's the noise, so I don't want to mess with that. It's this that I want to try getting a little bit of that flicker on this. Ah, looks kind of cool if you go through something like this and to then bring it on top. The whole song is about like losing dementia. Like, so you're losing your memory but being happy about it in a way. Not like happy about it, but yeah, bittersweet kind of thing. But like distortion, that kind of vibe. So that's kind of why I'm going with this, like, blurring effect that kind of grows and shrinks through it. See, we can, like, duplicate this, put this over here. I don't know if I like that push through. I also need to clean up curves on this. I found a script earlier today. I retweeted it on Twitter, but I'm interested in picking it up and seeing what it's actually like. Because I've seen scripts like this before in some capacity. This is it, the workflower. I forget who did it, but someone else did one that's that does like groupings like this, where you can pretty much use the labels, the layer labels, as the groups. But it seems like this does that and more. Which is interesting. I might pick it up. I mean, there's the sale right now. I have a lot of scripts that I don't use though, but it's always good to like try them because some of them really do stick, like for me at least. Yeah, it seems like it does a lot. This is like the big thing for me, the creating layer groups where you can have like groups and like collapse and grow groups of comps. It's kind of like you could do it by shying layers, but it's pretty much like selecting certain layers and shying them. I don't know, it may not be as great as it seems. There's a lot of scripts like that, but I think it's worth trying, seeing what it's like. Yeah, it's interesting. It seems like it also has like a true comp duplicator-esque part to it. Where if you do, you can check. Yeah, I might get it later today and just kind of mess with it. My thing is, like, I'm so bad about using scripts. Like, Motion 3 is another one where I know it's on sale and I should get it. I have Motion 2. And I barely use it. The only, like, the effect plugin script, whatever, that I now cannot live without is Effect Console. Like, I don't know how I would function without this. Yeah. My work PC doesn't have it. Well, because I haven't been in the office for like a year and a half, right? And I just got Effect Console last summer. But I remote into my work box to do work sometimes. And it doesn't have it, and I'll just keep trying to click my hotkey for it, and it won't come up. You use Motion 3 a lot? That's what I keep hearing. Yeah, move anchor point. I have a few scripts that move the anchor point. So I use one of them to, like, yeah, that's another one that I need to have, but it's in multiple of my things. Like, I have motion tools, and this is Motion 2, which is the old motion, which both have anchor point moves. But yeah, I know some people use, like, Motion 3 does a lot of stuff. Even like this, stuff like this, I'm really bad about using. These, like, easing, like, sliders. My brain can't fathom what they do. It's much easier for me to see a graph. Like, if I was to use something to do easing, it would be Flow. I have Flow, and that would be the one that I used. But I'm so used to just, like, using Keysmith and then going into the graph and editing itself at this point. But Flow, at least I can see a visual graph of what it looks like. This might be interesting if I... I also got some of these, Oh, yeah, there's this too that I just learned about. Well, I didn't just learn about this. I've known about Motion Bros for a long time. I just didn't get it. And because a lot of this I think is over the top and overused, but it is very, very helpful for what I do in certain aspects. But I never got it because I was like, I don't need that. And then 2 days ago, I was working on a project and I got fed up. And I was like, right, I'm gonna just buy this and see how it goes. I didn't know it was that easy to use. Like, I'm going to be honest. So I have Sapphire, right? Not Sapphire. Universe. And Universe has transitions. And it has these, like, you know, transitions that you can use. But they're kind of confusing to work with. They're an A to B transition, so you have to apply the effect and then pick the layer that you want to transition to, and it has to be a certain layer, so it has to be pre-comped if you want to use it correctly. And you like transition 0 to 100 on the keyframes. And that's what I was assuming this was. It's not. This is literally, you put the thing on it and it works. And it's blowing my mind. Like, I would if you... yes. Especially if you're doing, like, a lot of projects or things that need to get done. Like I said, it can be overused. This is the one. These are the ones that I bought. These seamless, like, you'll see these everywhere. The seamless transitions. And a lot of them are over the top. And I probably would never just use them unless it's for some EDM or social thing. But yeah, like, okay. Let's do, there's a film one. If I just press apply, I could turn off the audio too. I know it has audio defaulted. It adds a layer right here. And this is the transition. There's no, like, point A to point B. You just have to cut on the point where it has the marker. And it works. It's super simple to use. Yeah. Yeah, you just, in it, you press apply, and it will build it based off of the size of the comp. And, like, if you go into this, you can see what it's doing. What it is it's pretty much doing all of the effects that you would do to transition something, but then it's making it a adjustment layer, and then bringing that in and adding the thing to where you can cut under it, and it's like a clean cut. It's actually kind of wild how simple it is. Like, I did a, hold on, give me 1 second. I did an example of me doing, so this is 2 times speed of me doing not even like a good version of the effect, but something similar to that, like a seamless transition with like the blurs and the optical compression, using default After Effects things and like doing it myself. And then I like compared this to just fucking dragging on a single layer, and it blew me away. Because a lot of the seamless transitions you can do like this, it's just motion tile and a lot of motion blur, and then making sure the cuts are right on the action. So like making sure that that rotation goes into the rotation of the next cut. That's all those seamless transitions are. It's just kind of a pain to do it each time. Yeah, adding like a full bit of a flash to it. And this isn't even like going in and detailing all the stuff that the Motion Bros one does. This is just like a really rough how you would do it. So yeah, that kind of blew my mind the other day. Like, everything started to make sense a bit. Of why I see that effect so much. Yeah, they have a lot of packages too. The one I got was the transition one, because that's what I use the most. But yeah, they also have like a lot of other stuff. Like, I'm gonna use the hell out of these for work stuff. Because I do a lot of projects that have like that fast turnaround where it's like, oh, we need an infographic, or we need social media graphics. Let's do this. What would happen if I did put this on a adjustment layer? Maybe this I would actually blur back out. So go back to something like that underneath. Oh, okay, so that is on top. Delete the camera blur off of that. Set this back to difference. For 2, I don't think I want this shape. Maybe just the person's name. Rotate this. Yeah, that kind of seamless transition you see everywhere online at the moment. And part of me knew that it was easy to use, and like Motion Bros also has a free kit that is like has some of the basic ones where the actual plugin itself is free, and then it has a free package. I paid for the bigger package. But yeah, it all makes sense. Oh, it's because it's a 3D layer, yeah. Actually, make that bigger and put that back. Here. So yeah, the issue with, I just did air quotes like people could see that, with the camera lens blur right now is that all of them are linked to the same mat. So it does take an extra layer because I need to duplicate this and then resync this layer 4. So do I want this to... I think I'll bring in my good old handy flare transitions for part of this. I also need to add a bit of movement to these. The pre-comp too. Yeah, and I might actually do one of these Motion Bros ones if I could find the one that I know exists. Because this is too fast. That looks kind of neat, though. That's my issue. I'm using this as a Luma mat, and the Luma isn't totally white. Huh. If I offset the Luma and the... If I offset the Luma and the blur mat... This needs to go all the way to here. Expand this out, and then... Do I want it to start to go back? Because then we would do some kind of flare or burn into that next section. Yeah, let's do the type. Cat, don't touch the mic. GFR, right? Yes, okay. So, if we do a pre-comp with this, and then also do, like, a separate kind of blur on this on top. So, okay. This is another pack that I have, which is like hand-drawn effects. I actually have a bunch of other ones. But I'm looking to see if I give like some kind of a sketchiness to put on it. Noise. This is the plugin that, for me, it looked a lot like some kind of scam. It's not a scam. It just, the site and everything about it just seemed like such a scam. Yeah, ages. The scam, but not a scam. Like, the fact that this has the Black Friday early... It's been there since I bought it. Can I do flicker? Fade, basic. Yeah, I don't, that's is not everything once again. That's fine though. It's still on sale. That's always on sale, I swear. That's the problem with it. Like, it's not on sale if it's always on sale. If that makes any fucking sense. I do difference. I'll put its own thing on it. Because I don't want... What is this attached to? 5? We duplicate 5. So we have to do this. Oh, I want this actually on 5. And then I want to change this slightly. Where's our seed? Or just change the evolution. Yeah. It's a lot of different mats, but I think it might work. Like a different blending modes. That's the word. I also want to get rid of that, I think, because they do have the type on the front, or just turn down the opacity. So yeah, really we would duplicate that and put it right after that so it blurs the next section. Maybe swap that side. This feels a little off to me. Maybe... And I hate doing this, but I think it actually works in this case. Maybe it'll work. I feel like a thinner comp will look better on these. I don't know how thin. There was some meme from last year. Well, people were like, post 4 images of your work experience, or like how your process, your creative process, that's what it was. Post 4 images of your creative process. And one of them that I found was just an image of like a video file, and then it had an arrow, and then it added the black bars, and it was like, that's it. It's beautiful. And I was like, that's a big mood. Like, and I don't know why. There has to be. It's probably because it's like movie theater or like movie trailer has like conditioned us to think of it as like cool or cinematic when it's not a 16:9 aspect ratio, which is what the black bars do. But I don't know. It's just ingrained in all of us, I swear. Okay, so let's keep this out, keep this out, keep that out. The rest of this is cut. Here and here. Well, I don't know if I want that, but okay, let's pre-comp this. Let's just see how it looks like straight back to back, and then what I might do is duplicate that. I have too many miscellaneous windows now. Let's just see. Motion Bros also has things like this. The flares. Yeah, like that works. And then I'll have the other art on there. Probably offset that a bit, because I don't want it to seem like it's totally repeating that section. Need to loop out. Something else I'm very used to doing, and I don't know if it's always been like this, but for loop out, I've always done loop out cycle. And I always thought you had to do loop out cycle in like the parentheses. And I still do it from time to time because I'm so used to it. But this does the same thing as loop out, just straight loop out. Yeah, it's cycle by base. But I don't know if they changed it to that or if I was just taught to put cycle in and I just always did. It's one of those weird things that I do in After Effects that I don't need to do. I think I need to change the font on this, but I don't know what to change it to. This is the font that I used for one of their videos like 2 videos ago. So to me it's always implanted in my brain as that. Like maybe, okay, yeah, that's a little too repetitive, so maybe I'll do push in on the first GFR part and then do a side pan on Soji's part. But the same, like, effects and somewhat timing. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's super subtle. I've always had a thing for like simple overlays to like not distract too much. I'm slowly trying to build a kit for myself. Because yeah, my model's done. And the rig is getting done right now. So I'll have that soon, which is wild. So yeah, we need to duplicate this. Yeah, I really like the thought of doing like tutorials because I plan to do real tutorials. But doing like a VTuber that does fucking motion tutorials, considering all the motion tutorials now currently on YouTube are like 30-year-old men with their webcams, which is fine. It's just, it's gonna be funny if like people from the actual motion place see it. Let's just swap this in with Soji at the moment, and then change the actual animation on it. Yeah, like, I think I've said this on stream before. But I used to try to keep my, weeb work and my real work separate. And then eventually I just kind of gave up. Like, I used to have 2 Twitter accounts. One that was for, like, motion stuff and, like, jobs. And then my current one. But yeah, I just gave up. And at this point, like, real big motion studio people follow my Twitter, and I'm like, I'm just a weeb. And sometimes I'm like, what do you think? Like, what are they thinking when they see me post all this shit? Like, the guy who made Motionographer, the website Motionographer, follows me on Twitter. And I'm like, why? Like, he's cool. Like, we went to the same college. Like, he's older. So he graduated much far before I was even at SCAD. But yeah, I think he saw, because I do, like, I post my motion reel and stuff on Twitter. And yeah, it just happens that way. It's just always funny to me whenever I see it. I'm like, because sometimes I like go through and I clean out my following. And like, I follow him, and the fact it's like, he follows you back. I'm like, what? Still? Alright, this is without the color correction on it. I feel like the outer glow is too bright on that close-up. Yeah, let's try turning it down a little bit. That's just not enough, I don't think. Yeah, no, it needs to be able to pull it in that looks. I have like fucking 4 layers of color correction on this. We would want this to extend out a bit, to hold on the end and then blur out and do the light into nothing. Let's make this 15. Yeah, let's do... Let's just take a blur matte and let's try using this as a the Luma on here. I might blur these. There's a little bit too much of that noise in my fractal noise. Invert Luma mat, right? Is it? Oh, I need to add a black solid. Yep. Yeah, that's another thing with After Effects is sometimes, well, the effects generate differently if it's on an actual solid versus on transparency. And if you don't have your transparency grid on, it looks like black, but it's not actually black, it's transparent. And so the effects aren't affecting the solid, they're affecting nothing, so they act different. Yeah, like the adjustment layers here, I'm trying to like blend them, right? It's blending into whatever's underneath, but before I put this black solid there was nothing underneath. So it looked like this. Okay, this isn't gonna be perfect because I do, like I said, want to diversify the emotion of it, but... Oops. So the goal is to do this, and then do the open, which is very, very similar to this. I just have to do all of the credits different, so spread out. And then, more this weekend we'll do the actual animation. Which is probably gonna be close to what the last one I did was, with like the very type heavy stuff, but on top of these this more 3D background instead of just a flat white. It's a little what okay. It's a little bit, cheesy, I guess I would say, with just the fractal noise out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make an adjustment layer and then make this also a camera lens blur. Put that on top of this and then offset it slightly. So maybe it blurs this. Also maybe get rid of that blur that I put on that fractal noise for this. So you do get some of those strings. Okay, so this would be layer 6. So if we flip this, would that be right? Yeah. Take this off. Rotate the evolution slightly. Maybe, yeah. Okay, let's try this too. Let's add a little bit of motion to the evolution. Why is this not? Guess we can also just fade this out for 2 or 3 frames at the end here. So a little slow. I'm upset I didn't get to have my pre-stream coffee. The Starbucks by my apartment has decided that this week they were gonna close at 3 o'clock, which is fine. They're having issues, but at the same time, I need caffeine after 3 o'clock. I know, right? I went there the other day. I had to get my title for my car transferred over. And I pulled in at 3:05. And I was like, oh yes, I'm gonna get my coffee and I'm gonna go home and do work. And then I saw the sign and I was like, oh no. If I had it flipped. It looks so different without the color correction on it. So yeah, here, let's just try flipping sides for this. Maybe flipping this to full. I was like, try a different font for this too. But it needs to be a Japanese font. That was the one I used in the last video. Oh, right, I have this font. This is not the font. It's one of those like really playful Japanese fonts that I downloaded or bought. But it doesn't... And I know like in the server we were talking about this the other day, but the default preview sucks in After Effects. Like it just doesn't. Noto is pretty safe. Noto, whatever it is. I want something. kind of want it squished. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what I want. I do think the clean font will work better, though. I did like the hand-done one, but... I think on top of all of the noise and grain that's going on, having something, sharp adds to it. Which is also why I added, like, this, square rectangle in here to kind of balance it out. Oh! Yeah, that was me trying to set up my audio. Oh, this is U Gothic. Alright, goodbye, Potato. Thank you for stopping by. I'll be around more this weekend, just working. Good luck with your commissions and all your work. Alright, let's preview this now. See. And then yeah, for the open, I might do just silhouettes or kind of this different look behind it, and then cycle through the credits in that box that's centered. Go to the title of the song and then go into the first verse. That's not totally centered, I don't think. Gotta make sure that's centered. This is a little hard to read, but I don't think it matters. Honestly. I do want to try, like I was saying earlier, working on overlays for stream. After Effects is a hard one. Like, this is kind of my default full screen at the moment, but you don't need to see this, my like work bar, or this where I'm actually saving things. So usually before this I would just crop, like I would scale it up, but then that crops on the side. But it makes it a really weird aspect ratio. Like, I was trying to build stuff the other day, but I gave up because I had other shit I needed to do. Build stuff just for this size. Like, it's not a 16:9, like 16:7-ish ratio. But you either have room on the top or the bottom, and then you have to fill that. But then you don't really have room on the sides because it is side to side fitting. Actually, it's not the end of the world. I do need to turn down the outer inner glow on this, but everything else is okay. I was thinking about doing another... another type of shot here, but I don't think it needs it. And I do think earlier, like right before this, we're gonna have a little bit of an intense motion section. Trying to find that balance. Now I just look like I got frosty tip. Turn this down. Oh, right, that needs to be centered. Bring this. Oops. Some weirdness happening in there, but it looks kind of cool. That's one of the fun things about working on these videos, because I do a lot of this difference gradient map weirdness, which I don't normally do. Like, this is so violent. I'm looking at the motion, bro. Transitions. Some of them are like, okay, it's cool. It's so violent though. Nope. Okay, so that goes there. We're gonna use that same background. I want this and this, not that, this copy. Paste. Lock this. That's our basic noise and our black background. We also have our blue tint in the corner. So next, let's get our background. Oh, and our film leaks. So here we need this and this. What's this? Oh. Huh. Okay, yeah, I guess I did do that. Sometimes I do things and I forget why or how I did it. So we have the clouds, the flare. I'm trying to think of how I want to do this, because the flare is going to make it very bright in the center. So I'm debating if I want to do that on the top and the bottom and then use the center for just type credits. Oh, right, I did want to try doing that, so... If we take off the layer style, what would happen if we just change this to that and put it... Well, since it's on dark, it would work. We would want it to be... something like this, behind the shape. And then do this flipped. Put this over here. Do this as, I guess we would do this as difference, right? And that would be the credits? seems a little, so it'd be like video jar. Something like that. I guess. But I do like it. Just doesn't look bad. What would it look like if I also did it to this? Might be overdone, overkill. No, it's mainly white. It just tints down in that one section. Alright, let's try moving. Let's look at it on full. I know full is a lot for it to handle at the moment, but what's happening, I think, is this adjustment layer. Where is it? This one? Is pushing that down. If I try adding a drop shadow to it, that's not going to do anything because the drop shadow is going to be black, which doesn't show up. I would need to do it something like this. Yeah, I think, yeah. Okay. Gray is like the mid-tone where I watched a video about this, how mattes like Luma mattes and blending modes work in After Effects. And the best way to think about it is that gray equals 0. Gray means that it's not affected. There's a whole video going over like blending styles and whatnot. But gray is like the middle ground. It's not like when you use something as a matte, especially for like a displacement map. If it's white, it's going to be displaced in a positive direction, and if it's black, it's going to be displaced in a negative direction. So you're either going to go to like 1 or -1, and gray, middle gray, 50% black is 0. So it means that there's nothing happening to that. A lot of people, when they did it, me included, assumed that when you were doing a displacement map, like white was affected and black it wasn't affected, or vice versa. It's not how it works. This isn't working how I want it to work. That's the closest. What is this? This is the clouds, right? I really don't know what I'm doing. I was just playing around with effects. And seeing what sticks. Maybe if I use the, version. Do exclusion? Subtract, I think, was the closest. Where is this green coming from? That has to be... Alright, there's two of them. Hey, that's something. Next, let's try messing with this again. I don't think it's what's causing this green. I mean, I don't hate it, but I also would want it to look more intentional. What am I doing? Go back. Okay, fuck it. That's overlay. It's this. Okay. You know what? It doesn't. It's not. Let's try it back with the colored version, because that actually has more to work with in terms of color variety with this. Maybe just lose the art altogether. What does our audio sound like? Okay, so we do need to have the vocalists in there a little bit, so we would either do, with these two sections, we'd either do the first half with the song title and the mixer artist, all of that, and then the second half would be the vocalists, or we'd have it flip-flopped. Actually, we could do it there. That'd be vocalist. Okay. Bomb. Okay. Art. Title. This would be the song title. Okay, so vocalist, credits, song title. Okay, so duplicate this, push this over here, because we're gonna go into that. After that flash. Okay. Cut here. Everything gets cut right here. Yeah. Alright, where's my... These are the ones I see all the fucking time. It all, like I keep saying, it all fucking makes sense now. God, I see myself overusing these for the next 1 or 2 projects before I realize that I shouldn't overuse them. Layer new solid black. Okay. So I think, yeah, we're just gonna do different layouts. It's not all gonna be centered like this. Maybe one is. Maybe this is the final, the lock up here. So the lock up here would have a little bit of both art on it. Like this. Soji's shirt is too white. Maybe I don't do any of this on here, actually. So this would just be the song title. Song title would just be here. Maybe just duplicate this. Maybe do a bit of this kind of this action. Where's my shape layer? E. Maybe flipped? Maybe like this? Maybe? Oh. Maybe very, very, very slightly. And then this actually do from that side, do here, and then do tracking. I don't know if that's right, or if I want it fucking flipped. Okay, so we'll fade this on. We'll do the two vocalists and then the credits and then song name and then into the first verse. I suddenly lay out all this type on the bend. I'm just trying to mush the rim in the matter to beat the chico taka pre-hourglass shatter.
Yeah, 今はベッドから起き上げるだけでも Get the ketamine, get the morphine. Hey nurse, what are you doing? It's a good day to Being a pain is you 全部忘れられるのはどこなのかそれが助け舟なのがいいともなく悲しみも間もなくどこの薬よりも幸せの道にへく話させてくれるくれるくれるくれるくれる
Can Soji shut up for 2 seconds? I swear to God.
Is you 全部忘れられるのはどこなのかそれが助け舟なのが痛みもなくなる悲しみも間もなくどこの薬よりも幸せの道にへく話してくれるくれるくれるくれるくれるキャロルキャロルキャロルキャロルキャロル
Okay. Do this intro. Here would actually be something like this. What are the... I need to get the credits real quick. Okay, who did the... I know Soji did the arts. I did the animation. Beat, but okay. Lyric. Okay, so we have one... Okay, vocals are their own section. Lyrics, beat, mix. So 5... Yeah, 5 outside of vocals, so 6 total credits. This would be so Jiro. Okay, so this be vocalist, lyrics, beat, mix, art, video, song title. Okay. So, let's change this to what it needs to be. So we're gonna do lyrics. Oops. Do it like this. Well, let's actually do it like that. And then put this right on, I guess that safety line. Alright, we're gonna do 2 layouts. So we're gonna do this one on this side and then flip it for art and video. Oops. Position. Alright, on this cut. Bring this up slightly. And bring this over here. That's way too fast. We're gonna do the blurry thing too. right here. We're going to cut this. We're also going to cut it here. So then we can move this, flip it to that direction, and then move it here. Where is it heading again? On this inner action title. Oops. Is that fucking animating? Oh, it's because of the cloud. What I might do is just do a box like that, and then one like that on this other side, just so we get a little bit of that line in there before it just randomly shows up here. Also, what is Soji set as? That's exclusion, right? Why does it look bad? Divide actually might look cool. I don't hate it. What does it look like on this? Bad, because it's dark, of course. This isn't working. Maybe just screen. What if I did this just really subtly in the back there? Because The and the demon voice is very funny. Okay, this I'll have start centered and be brighter, I think. So we'll actually scale this down throughout this whole section. Oh, that's too far. Because I forgot it's connected to that. Oh, the diamond actually looks kind of cool on it. Copy, paste, copy, paste. No, I just really need this. And, this. Nice, okay. We need to add a bit of our watercolor blur. The other thing I am thinking about adding, but I'm not 100% sure yet, is if I want to do some slices. So like this. Transform. Scale. Position. Gaussian blur. Slices. And what you could do with this is then, blurriness seems a little bit much. Well, maybe not enough, actually. Normal to brightness. But yeah, you can get some kind of cool results with these if you mess with them enough where it's not too intrusive, but like that looks cool on that, especially, I think. That's a bit weird because it's on top of everything, but I do think on the background it looked cool. We need to lock this because I keep fucking grabbing it. Okay, so let's do this section first. Let's just do the mat. Yeah. Rotate this slightly so it's a little bit of a... Oh, hey. You're running from me? No! Come back. Sorry, I just got caught up in working on this effect that I'm trying to do here. And I don't even know if I'm gonna like it. Like, I like it, but I'm also adding another effect on top of it, so it's gonna be a lot. Actually, flip these. Nope. I lied. Maybe just flip this one. She's blowing it up too much. Ooh, nope, 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 nope. Okay, let's add the two arts here. So yeah, okay. So we're gonna do two. Yep. Okay. My current PC was built in 2016, the end of 2016. The specs are below this video, this stream. I have this current specs. Yeah, it's old. I mean, it's still a really good PC for the most part. Actually, it is. I did the benchmark test for After Effects. And, I'm still in the top. I'm still above average. But I do want a new CPU, and definitely CPU. And I need... My GPU's been acting better since I changed the thermal paste on it. Yeah. I thought my GPU was dying last week. It like overheated itself on me multiple times. But after I took it out, cleaned it, and changed the thermal paste, it's been acting fine. So hopefully that isn't the issue. Because yeah, I have the 1080 Ti, actually. I don't think I have the version down there. And I was looking after it shit out on trying to get a new GPU, which is still hard to do at the moment. Yeah. Especially for something that is better than what I currently have. Like, the 370 is better, but only by like 10% better. So I really want the 3080. If I was to upgrade. But the main thing that I won't need to upgrade next is the CPU. Which means I'd probably get a new motherboard too, because I'd go AMD, because AMD is way better for AE now, surprisingly. You said you wanted a new GPU, but God said it. Yeah, $3,000, pretty much. Yeah, last week was a little bit rough because I thought I was about to have to drop like 3K and just buy a whole new rig. Like a pre-built rig, because that's the only way to get like a 3080 at a decent non-upscale price if you don't want to die. I do want a second computer though too. That's in the future. Like, ideally, I would probably do practically a whole new build. And then take the parts that I have currently, like, keep some of the RAM. I'd probably get more RAM. Maybe I'd get more RAM. 64 is good, but After Effects eats it. And, then build use this computer as my secondary computer, and use it as, like, a render farm for things. So I can render and still work. Oh my god. Yeah, parts in general are crazy right now. And that's saying something, because when I built my computer in 2016, I got most of my parts during Black Friday of 2016, and that was right when, like, the first big Bitcoin mining thing hit. And so my graphics card was a bit inflated at the time, but I had, like, just beat it out. I do also need more hard drives, or bigger hard drives, more and bigger. Oh, and I want the motherboard SSD drives. I forget, every time I forget what they're called. The ones that plug directly into the motherboard. I want that. The R570, they still hold up really well. That is real cheap. Yeah. Because, okay, so After Effects, when you, like, the green here means that it's cached, right? And when it's caching something, it's writing it to a disk space. And what they found doing tests with After Effects is if you have the M2 SSD and you use that as a cache drive, it runs faster because it's writing. It's like if I have a good like CPU that's, you know, pre-rendering it and whatnot, it's faster to write to that and play back off of that, obviously, because it's directly on the motherboard. I run Linux off that one. Yeah. Yeah, I also, just need, like, so one of my SSDs shit out on me in February. It, just died. It was the original, actually it was older than the 2016 build. Because I had it in my old PC, actually. So it was probably from, like, 2014. And it was my main boot SSD. And so it just fucking died. Just straight up, nope. Yeah, and so, like, the amount I use I can't fault it, but that means that I had to take my secondary SSD and turn it into my boot drive, which means I lost one of my drives. Oof, yeah, that scares me too. I have a lot of, like, backup drives, USB drives, and SSDs. I also have a hard disk, like a really big one that backs everything up. But this is all the storage that I have now, like, on my PC. And, it's not enough. It's like these two, 1 terabyte SSD, and then these two are hard disks. I don't even have 2 SSDs. 2 terabyte and a 1 terabyte. Losing data is my biggest fear. That's why I feel with this drive, I try not to put anything on it. Especially, like, losing drives in general sucks. But the one that I've always had the most issue with is the boot drive, because Windows sucks. And every time Windows shits itself, and I have to, like, reconfigure Windows, it's always that drive that gets hard wiped. So I always keep all of my, like, stuff on other drives. But this is my only SSD at the moment. So it's faster to me to render to it. And I need to remember to take things off and put them back on the other drives. It's just a mess. Like, yeah, I'll probably get a new computer by the end of the year. And then either whether it be in parts or, like, buy a fucking rig. Because I do want a second computer, like I said, for rendering and to have as a backup. So we'll see. Yeah, it's good to have multiple backups because of shit like this. I agree. That's why I back up everything. I have two big, like, the big chunky backup drives that, like, you know, need a power source and do that. So, like, every few months, I'll take everything off of my PC and do, like, a full backup to that. And then I have a ton of, like, you know, little drives for projects and whatnot that I keep things on. Yeah. And that's like the thing with freelancing too now is, and for what I do, like motion stuff like this, it just makes sense for me to invest a lot of money into a PC. And it's not even like my computer, when I built it in 2016, I thought it was a lot of money when I built it, but I'm like, the investment that has gone into this computer has paid way more than not getting it, like, not buying the parts at the time. And that's kind of where I am, like, buying a second computer or upgrading now. I'm like, it's worth it. Like, yeah, like, even when my GPU, like, shit out on me last week, I thought to myself, I was like, I wouldn't blame it. I was like, I wouldn't blame it because, especially even in the past, like, year and a half, I've pretty much been on my computer for, like, 16 hours a day, every single day, for years at this point. And I was like, if it was to shit out on me, I wouldn't hold it against it. How do you compare After Effects to something like Premiere? Premiere is an editor, like an editing program. After Effects is technically a compositing program. That's the main difference. They're two types of programs. You can do editing in After Effects, but it's not streamlined for that. Thus, like, you can do some effects in Premiere, but it's not made for that. Like, here in After Effects, you'll see, like, if I was to, like, edit, like, let's say you wanted to edit a movie, like, cut scenes in a movie, you would never use something like After Effects. Because every single thing is on its own layer in After Effects. And so every single cut you have in the video footage would be its own layer. Like, this is video. Yeah, so, like, every single cut you would do, you'd be like, okay, I want to cut here and here. It would stack up. While in Premiere, it's all on a single layer. So So yeah, Premiere is, like I said, a video editor. After Effects is a compositor. They work hand in hand. Or for two completely separate purposes. Yeah, no, that's a good question. People don't usually understand the difference between the two. Like all of this stuff here, all these modes and these track masters, it's all for effects. And you don't see this, like you can find this in Premiere. You can go into the tabs and find it, but it's not the main purpose of it. Adjustment layers don't exist in Premiere. A lot of the effects don't exist. Premiere has very, very basic effects. Like you want to make something black and white, or you want to do color correction, or you want to add a flash transition, things like that. Premiere does. Like I had to use Premiere yesterday or 2 days ago because the client gave me a file that was 50 gigabytes because it was like 8 hours of footage. After Effects does not like that. It can, and my computer didn't like it, and I have a pretty good computer, but Premiere can take that like a champ. Premiere can take a 8-hour video file and you can cut it down and go through it and clip out those things that you need for it without a problem. You can do that in After Effects. Like I said, I do it with AMVs. I'll take an episode and bring it in there and cut down footage, but it's not made for that. Yeah, Vegas is weird. Vegas is actually more like Premiere, but it has a lot of more effects. It works more like Premiere, but it has effects like After Effects, so it's like a weird hybrid of the two. Yeah, I was trying to get it to work in After Effects because while I can use Premiere, I don't particularly like it. Yeah, but Vegas is its own special breed, honestly. I tried opening back up Vegas last year, 2 years ago now, I don't know. I got it in the Humble Bundle. They sell it for like $20. And hold on, give me 1 second. Fucking. God damn it. Sorry, I had to read a revision from a client. But yeah, Vegas doesn't work like any other program I've ever used in terms of effects. Basic editing wise, yes, it works like Premiere, even After Effects in a sense, but to build things in Vegas is it's not intuitive. I mean, you're not really supposed to build like 3D scenes in Vegas, but people do it anyways. I've used Vegas. I started in Window Movie Maker, of course. And then I got Vegas Pro 7. And I used Vegas until I got a Mac in 2010. Yeah, 2010 I got a Mac in high school. And Vegas isn't on Mac, so I started using Final Cut. So I used Final Cut until 2013 when I went to college. But during that time, I started learning After Effects on the side. I would use it like in conjunction with Final Cut at that time. Oh yeah, Window Movie Maker days. My friend and I think, also made a video in fucking iMovie. Italia video in iMovie, because we didn't have our computers and we were on a trip together. I remember it because I don't know if she still has it up on YouTube. I remember it because of the fucking sparkle preset that we used for the title that you could tell was iMovie. I used Premiere for a bit too for AMVs, but that didn't last long. Because then eventually I just learned to do everything in After Effects. Okay, I need to add those blurs on it, and then I think maybe one or just do two of the sides with that secondary asset that we have. this. Like that looks pretty neat. But it does go into that same side, so maybe we'll flip it the other direction. Premiere, in the basic sense, is relatively easy. Like, you put a video clip in, you can cut it, and you move it. It's easy to do basic cuts and move things around. You'll figure it out. Editing itself is hard. That's what I have to explain to people. I'm like, I'm not an editor. While I was an AMV quote editor, I don't edit footage. I'm very bad with editing footage, honestly. I can do it, but that doesn't mean I'm good at it. I wish I was decent at editing. It would reduce my stress level like crazy. I just hate footage. I like it to an extent. But like I said, when that client gives me 8 hours of footage and is like, oh yeah, edit this down into a 30-second like short intro of footage, I'm like, this is actually the bane of my existence. It was actually that client who just messaged me about edits. And pretty much they told me that the 8-hour clip I use sparingly, they gave me, they're like, we actually don't want you to use really anything from that. Even though it's 40 gigabytes and I had to download the whole thing and fought with Premiere. That's fine.
Yeah,今
Meow. Oops. What did I just paste? Oh, I want this under here. Save. Alright, this actually is going full, which I don't want. Full blur. Oh. 27. Actually, let's put this under here. Why is this so... Why is this point so hard to get rid of? What if I animated the evolution of this? What if it was on top? Hmm? No, that's not right. Ram preview. I do need to see what it looks like with full quality though. But it is going to be very heavy to render. Okay, yeah, the evolution's too fast. That's what's happening. And this has slight, too much contrast. I really don't know if it's adding anything to this, but we are doing it at the end a lot, so we do need to kind of do it at the start as well. Just to establish that it's a fucking thing in the video. I just need to fucking go in on that. This is too hard of a cut from that to that. So, D is the wrong one too, I think. Alright, I guess that works for the vibe. We'll do this center instrumental, and then I think I'll call it for now. And we'll do everything else this weekend. Okay, so let's just take this comp. Copy. Paste. Could delete all of these. It looks kind of cool blurred. I don't hate it, even though it's a mistake. Alright, goodbye. Thank you for stopping by and chatting with me.
Hourglass shatter.
Yeah, what is this section? Oops.
Yeah. Yeah, emo. Yeah, emo.
Maybe we will just do kind of blurry backgrounds. Here, cut to black after this. Let's probably put this over here. This would be, yeah, so we would cut, not do that. This.
Yeah, emo better. Yeah, emo. Yeah, emo.
This also needs to be centered like that, yeah.
Yeah, emo better. Yeah, emo. Emo better から
Okay. Okay, so this part looks decent. This I need to...
Yeah. Yeah, emo.
So for this, I don't think I want too much going on in here. It's really 2 sections, right?
Yeah, emo. Yeah.
What is flicking off here? It's the... Yeah, they didn't make it a loop. It's not... it's jagged because it's supposed to be, but... It's too smooth for something like that, but it's whatever.
Yeah, emo. Yeah, emo.
Cool. So let's actually change this matte just to see how it looks. Even though I do like it blurry, maybe we'll just do a softer matte. So this is layer 16. Maybe that will work. We'll just animate this blur, or where is it? That's not what we're animating. We're animating the blur matte, right? Is it because the contrast is so high? No, that's what we're animating. Why is that moving like that? It's because it's the clouds that are moving in the background. Huh, what if I do take that thing from the end that we were doing? The, like, different...
Yeah, 今は Yeah, 今は
Maybe I will just do 2 kind of close-ups on faces like this. Not really doing much of the background stuff. Where is my blur? So this is that. As we currently have animating. Oh, because we have the evolution going, that's why. And the evolution is already making him move slightly, which I don't think I want in this case. I think in this case I want it just to...
Yeah. Yeah, 今は Yeah, 今は
Starts with its... Rotate this slightly so I get a little bit better area, like, yeah, there. Cool. Okay, so this goes to this, so let's map that out like there. What if I did put this under here? Just for that.
Yeah, 今は Yeah, 今は Yeah, 今は
It'll work. Okay.
Yeah, 今は
Duplicate this. Put this here. Do that. Do this as that. Position. Get rid of that for right now. Flip this. rotate 180 like that. Push this here. Why is it small? This is rotating slightly less. I'm gonna push this so this is going inwards that way, so this would go that way. Okay. Start a little bit more over and then end a little bit more over. Oh, my back hurts. Yeah, this is the last part I'm doing before I go. It's too fast. Hey, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Spartan Donut. Welcome. Okay, so that goes that way. Goes this way.
Yeah,
Okay, duplicate the matte and the adjustment layer. Push this over here. We need to link the right blur matte to this. So, okay, where is it? That would be the matte. So this would go to 16. Yeah. So rotate this, we get a little bit different patches like that. I don't think this one looks as good as this because of the dark that's going into the dark. So maybe I will darken up. Just fucking remove this background section. That's gonna be bright though. Maybe like that. Ba ba ba. Okay. RAM preview done. I feel like the blur's a little too fast on that one.
Yeah,
it's fast, but it's not getting there quick enough, if that makes sense. So if I just drag this out, this should help. This is good. I think we got all of the instrumental parts done today, and the rest is just the hard part, but...
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we got all of these orange parts done, which are the instrumentals. I might go back and fix a few things. This cuts, like I said, it's working well going this direction, but flipping the other direction, it looks a little strange. And especially on this intro part here. This should be the first part we do tomorrow.
Doesn't make sense. There's no defense. I'm just trying to mush the rim in the matter to beat the Chico Taka pre-hourglass shatter.
Yeah,
that also too.
Get the morphine. Hey nurse, what are you doing? It's a good day today. How's it going?
Don't break, girl, now. Relax. Close your eyes. Here's a bit of Valium.
Valium, wait, who the fuck are you? What are you doing in my house? The only fucking thing being a pain is you.
And then there's this. Okay, so let's just color code these really quick. What needs to be done? Okay, so this, and this are green. These are good. This needs to be locked. Those are positional things. This I can actually cut here, and I want to grab. I want to grab this and put it out here as well. What we're gonna end up doing, I think, is pulling out that grunge from these intercomps and bringing it to the top layer. Because that transition looks too clean.
Yeah, emo. Yeah, emo.
Give me what that is.
Yeah, I have ideas for this part. I need to actually write that down too. I need to fix my animation composer presets. They're not loading in, and I need those for this. Well, need is a strong word in this case.
I don't know. That's Myanmar. Doesn't make sense. There's no defense. I'm just trying to mush the rim in a matter to beat the Chico Taka pre-hourglass shatter.
Yeah, 今はベッドから起き上げるだけでも Get the ketamine, get the morphine. Hey nurse, what are you doing? It's a good day today. How's it going?
Don't break, girl, now. Relax, close your eyes. Here's a bit of Valium.
Valium, wait, who the fuck are you? What are you doing in my house? The only fucking thing being a pain is you. 全部忘れられるのはどこなのか、それが助け舟なのが痛みもなくなる、悲しみも間もなく、どこの薬よりも幸せの道に早く案内してくれる。くれる、くれる、くれる、くれる。キャロル、キャロル、キャロル、キャロル、キャロル。
Oh, whoops. I cut that too short. Why did I do that? Did I accidentally drag it, or is that... Okay, cool. Yeah, so I do this weekend and next week. It needs to be done by next week. Well, by the time I leave on Thursday. So I'll probably be working on this a lot tomorrow and Sunday. But the next part, I mean, it'll be more interesting than this. Today was kind of more just getting the vibe down and doing the instrumentals. The rest of it's the hard part. The actual type. But I have a rough idea, except for this section here. Where I literally have... My brain is just dead. But I'll figure it out. I'll probably end up listening to the song on repeat for 8 hours and finally think of something. That's usually my creative process. But yes, that's it. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out, saying hey. I'll be back, yeah, tomorrow, most likely, unless I'm really lazy. But don't let me do that. Alright, yes, good night.